A lot of people tend to start their engineering career feeling lost, and I can definitely relate to this. Especially when students are just graduating college, they tend to not exactly know where that engineering career is going to take them, or perhaps they even get to a position and feel a sense of imposter syndrome. One gripe I have with the way engineering colleges are currently conducting their classes is the fact that it always seems like you are behind. It always seems like the guy next to you's got it a little more put together than you do. And that's not really indicative you are capable of as an engineer and what your knowledge base is. Ultimately, when you get into the field, it's a completely different ballgame from what it takes to do well in school. You see, when you're in engineering college, you're essentially gaining the neuroplasticity that it takes to learn to be an engineer. A lot of the theory that you learn is going to come in one ear and out the other. Like, frankly, myself included in this, I don't really need to remember quite a bit of what I learned at college, simply because it's there so that you understand the underlying theory and it silos you. When you're in an engineering development, when you're in the field, what tends to happen is you tend to work in a lot more interdisciplinary of a manner. What this means is, while you might have a certain slice of a bigger project that you have to take ownership of, you still have to play nice with your mechanical engineers or your electrical engineers or your analysts or the computer science people, so on and so forth. And the learning how all this clicks together and learning how you can hit the ground running, that takes systems thinking, and you don't necessarily learn that until you're in the job. Schools don't teach this. So how can you fix this? How can you fix this feeling of being lost? Well, the first thing you can do is just chase what you're passionate about. Chase what interests you. Don't do shit that you don't want to do. I understand that the job market is very competitive right now, but you're going to find it more rewarding actually applying the things that you feel like you had a particular interest in. And another thing to note on that, when you actively do things you're passionate about or you chase a goal you're passionate about, what tends to happen is, even if you're feeling lost, you'll at least figure out what questions you want to ask. That natural curiosity is what it takes to be a good engineer. And the second thing, if you're feeling lost and you're not finding opportunities, one thing you should keep in mind is that when job postings are out there, there's a very specific need that a hiring manager is looking to fill within an organization. Your role as a potential interviewee or someone that's building a resume is to figure out what that need is. Oftentimes, on a job posting, they will tell you exactly what your role is going to be. They will tell you the requirements for the role, they're going to tell you what they're looking for, and you, in your resume, just adapt your keywords to match them. When you get to an interview stage, the thing that you need to focus on is asking questions. Ask the hiring manager enough questions to figure out exactly why they're hiring for that role. And then, when they tell you that, you're going to explain to them how you are going to solve their problem. So I guess the moral of the story here is it is okay to feel lost when you're early in your career or even late into your career. The reason you start a job and the reason you move around between jobs is to figure out what interests you. And what interests you is what you feel passionate about doing ultimately. Where do you see yourself in the next 3 years? Where do you see yourself being in 3 years? Where do you see yourself being in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Ask yourselves these questions, and you don't necessarily have to have an answer to them right now, but they'll help you ask more targeted questions. What do I want to be working? If I were to switch roles, what role would best interest me? Do I like this thing? All these little things come together and make a good engineer. That is a core tenet of systems thinking. So that's it for this video, guys. If you got something from this video, hit that thumbs up. One thing that always helps with your career is good mentorship. And another thing that can really help your career out is finding a good mentor. Find someone that's made these mistakes before, find someone that was lost before, and try to strike a chord with them. Ask them the questions, ask them where they stumbled, where they fell, and ask them what they did to figure out what they wanted to do. The beauty of finding a good mentor or mentoring someone is that it's always leveraging your mentor's scar tissue is a great way to align yourself and figure out what you want to do next. And so And with all that said, if all of this is something you need help with, check out my website in the link below, theeliteengineer.com/blueprint, for my blueprint program, which talks about systems engineering in detail. And also, I wrote a book. It's called a How Not to Crash Course in Systems Engineering. Essentially, the purpose of this book is to showcase that by thinking in systems, you can greatly accelerate your career. So check it out if you're interested. It's not a textbook. It's just a way to break everything down in such a way that you can take those concepts and apply them to your career and make leaps and strides. With that said, you all, please hit that thumbs up button if you got something from this, and subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will catch you all at the next one.